Yes, you can. A podcast for high achievers. Hi, I'm Tammy North. I'm the owner of the Genuine Driven Women brand of businesses. The goal of this podcast is to help you become the best that you can be. Don't ever doubt the power you have to make the world a better place. Yes, you can make a difference. This episode is going to help you get out of your own way and create a much better life while using less energy. I want you to think of goal planning in a way that you might not have considered before. You have big dreams and plans, and you are working really hard to make those dreams and plans come true. You crush it at work. You're going. You say yes to all the hard jobs. You say yes to the jobs nobody else wants to do. And then you come home at night and you do other things to improve yourself. You just keep going hard, just pushing until you fall asleep and start all over the next day. This type of effort will get you somewhere. Even if you don't have a specific focus, even if you haven't written out a plan or goals. This is the pure hard work ethic that grew this nation from the time of the first colonists and then the American Revolution to now. And it is the expectation that factory owners counted on, knowing that hard-working men and women would come and break their backs to make a living so that everybody might eventually reach the American dream. My parents came from the generation that expected the American dream, which I guess was technically a goal of sorts. I mean, it was to raise a family, 2.5 kids in a nice house, maybe with a picket fence and a dog. They wanted to make a better living than their parents did before, and then to create a good future for their children. The problem with goals like this is if you're only trying to do what everybody else is doing, and you're basically trying to reach a general goal just so that you can live next to someone who's trying to do what everybody else is doing also, then you're eventually going to find out that you are not satisfied. This is just basically everyone's goal. It's not the reason you were born. This is not going to satisfy your inner drive to make the world a better place. Yes, my parents' generation did do a lot to lift the standard of living for my generation, and our moms definitely paved the way for their daughters to thrive in the workforce. But I think that by and large, the baby boomers that focused too much on the American dream and making money eventually reached retirement and realized that they were not as happy as they expected they would be. So yes, you can kill it at work every day. You can bust your butt to make your boss happy, and that will get you somewhere, especially while you're young. After all, many people simply will not work that hard, and you will float up from your good work ethic alone. You will see others all around you, people who are posting on Facebook and Instagram, Snapchat, whatever. They're sitting there at work, at their desk, taking selfies, editing their selfies, and then posting a work selfie on social media and complaining about how much they wish the weekend was already here. I mean, this is practically the opposite of killing it at work. Unless you're talking about killing your future growth opportunities. So this is what I want to talk about today. That level of success that you achieve from work ethic alone is actually not a plan. Work ethic is awesome, but what if you had a strong work ethic with a plan? It would take the same amount of energy and probably would take even less energy. And so that's the point of today's episode. I really want you to enjoy your journey. I want you to feel like you're making a difference. I want you to work in a career with a trajectory that is worthy of all the effort and sacrifice you put in every day. We spend more than half our waking hours working to create a salary. Most of us about 5 days a week, and I know many of you spend much more than that. I know. I want you to spend that massive chunk of your life doing something worthy of doing something that fills you with energy, doing something that's aligned to your passion and gives you the feeling that you cannot wait to start working when you wake up in the morning. I know that might sound impossible, but if you really think this could never happen, then you are definitely working in the wrong job, the wrong career, or the wrong position. When you believe you're making a difference, the one you were put on this earth to create, then you will be energized in a way that you never have been before. I know truly miserable people who hate their jobs, who struggle, who end up with bad attitudes and just exist at work. They essentially sell their souls and the very best years of their lives to their company, to their boss, and their mediocre position. And yes, even though they spend 9 or 10 hours or even more there every single day, in many cases they are beat down, run down, and they simply hate it. Yet every day, they wake up and go there again, and they never do one single thing to change it. Why? I talk to these people about their plan to change, about their plan to create a better life for themselves, but in spite of how much they hate it, no matter how much they wish for a different life, a different situation, they have zero goals and they have never written down anything remotely like a plan to improve their situation. When I talk to people who are living like this, I do suggest to them that they should create a plan, that they should at least write down one goal and work toward it. And they say things to me like, I'll look into it. But this is just really a polite way to say, I'm not going to make a plan. I am not going to take active control of my situation. I'm going to let life continue to happen to me, and I'm just going to wish it were different. Well, this is not a Disney movie. This is your life. No one is going to care about it more than you will. You cannot wish on a star and create a better life. I have no stars, no fairy godmothers, but I do have something real, and it is something that is possible. I'm telling you, there is another way, and it takes less effort than you spend hating your time in that dead-end job now, and it will actually create tons of energy inside of you that you never thought was possible. You will be amazed at who you become when your work is aligned with your passion. You will be surprised at what you can accomplish when you surround yourself with people who inspire and motivate you rather than drain your energy. What are the reasons that people decide not to make a plan? What is the reason they decide to remain miserable? Because it is a decision, you know. No decision, no movement, no plan is a decision. It is a decision to remain broke, tired, sick, and it's a decision, honestly, to make somebody else's goals and dreams come true, all from the work you are doing by staying in that job that you absolutely hate. Also, you're a whole person. You have a layered and complex life. This means that the same decision to stay, to remain, to not change, to not improve your situation can also apply to all the other areas of your life. It could be family issues, it could be love relationships, friends, something that's gone wrong, a toxic person in your life that you've allowed to linger there. It could be a health issue you're ignoring but you know needs attention. Maybe you're allowing your finances to control you rather than the other way around. Is there something with your home that needs repair? I mean, after all, a home that's not cared for will also rot from the inside out, just like a human body that only gets sugar. It might take a while, but eventually you're going to have to spend a lot of time and money fixing something that could have been dealt with easily and cheaply, or could have even been a complete non-issue if it didn't fester for years. It doesn't matter which area you're neglecting, but if you don't have a plan of any kind, you are probably neglecting every area of your life in some way, and some much more than others. Now, I get it. Some things are really hard. Some of the problems you have seem insurmountable, but ignoring them, pretending they aren't there, will not get you to a better place. So as part of this episode today, I've created an amazing cheat sheet to help you get your mind focused on making improvements and goals in all areas of your life. I will make it so easy for you to get started that you won't believe it. As part of this cheat sheet, you will get my Genuine Driven Women Wheel of Life. This Wheel of Life is a tool for you to figure out where you need to put more focus and where you are naturally doing a pretty good job in your overall life. Even if you don't have any plan at all, there probably are some areas of your life that you are really engaged in and fairly satisfied with. For instance, if you're super satisfied with your career, maybe you're neglecting your home or not spending enough time with your friends or family as you would like. And maybe if you're really happy with your fitness and health, maybe you need to spend more time on spirituality or a hobby or recreation. I know it's hard to believe, but it really is possible to get to a place where most of the areas on your wheel are clicking along fairly well. It does take focus and attention, but honestly, it really does not take a lot more energy. Just letting life happen over time will take much more energy than you think. If you're honest with yourself, you know what I mean. Have you ever let your laundry get out of hand where you essentially have no clothes for tomorrow? So you keep doing enough laundry to get through the next 2 days. This is mostly a young person thing to do, I think, because the reality is if you do one full load of laundry every day or every couple days, or make a plan to do all the laundry every Thursday evening and then fold all the laundry and put it away as it comes out, maybe at the same time you're Netflixing, you will always have clean clothes and they won't be wrinkled. You will know where your clothes are, and getting ready in the morning will be relatively fast and easy. But if you let it get out of hand, you will start to spend weird crisis time fixing the situation. Time spent hand washing a shirt or a pair of pants or the kids' field trip shirt because, dang it, it's 7 a.m. School starts in an hour, and you just found it at the bottom of a dirty pile of clothes in their bedroom. Oh, there's no time to use the washer, so we got to hand wash it. Oh, but that takes longer than you expected. And then now you have a little bit of a water mess in the kitchen. You have to clean that up. You're not even sure if the shirt's actually clean because you kind of rushed through it, but you toss it in the dryer and you pray it gets dry by the time you have to leave to take the kids to school. But worse, now you're 15 minutes behind your normal morning routine and you think you might even be late for work. Have you been there? I have. When I was young, a 20-something single mom with a toddler, we had a few of those days. This is an example of a life without a plan. This is letting life happen. The laundry is just one example, but these kind of things manifest in all different ways and in all parts of your life. Not just work life, not just crazy home life, not just with the kids. Even if you're killing it at work, but you have this kind of life at home, you will always be exhausted and you will wonder why you don't have time to make the improvements you need to make to get to a better place, to get to a better relationship, a better financial state, or a better career. I have an episode I'm working on about reducing the friction in all areas of your life, and I'm really excited about that topic, so I can't wait to share it with you. Do me a favor and just take a minute and go click on that subscribe button in your podcast app so you won't miss it. It's going to be jam-packed with ideas on how to get your day running smooth, which will free up tons of time and completely eliminate crisis situations that ruin your day and keep you from being the best you. No more just letting life happen. You can get all the areas of your life in control. You have big things to do, ways you want to spend your life, adventures you want to go on. If you do nothing, you take no action, then you are going to wake up in 10 years and wish with all your heart and soul that you could go back to your younger days and make more focused decisions, different decisions. And even if you're in the darkest, hardest part of your life, you are only going to find your way out if you decide to make a plan and start taking the steps you need to take to feel good again. Only you know what those things are, but I think you do know, and it's time to take control. I'm not saying it's always going to be easy, but I am saying that it is always possible. So this week, if you have a plan, that's great. Make sure you review your top goals and make sure you have tasks associated with them that move you toward completion. Schedule those tasks in your daily planner for the week. But if you don't have at least one goal written down, something specific that you are working toward, I want you to do that right now, right this second. If you're driving or something like that, then wait until you park, but immediately open the reminder on your phone and tell yourself to do this activity when you're at home or your desk at the very next opportunity. Do not wait. This is your life. This is way too important. I'm not talking about writing an entire life plan. I'm just talking about writing down one goal, just one. You could do this in 5 minutes or less. Just write down the most important goal you could accomplish to improve your life in the next 3 months. There is something that is gnawing at you, that keeps you awake at night, something that you haven't dealt with that you know you should. Start with that. It might be a just do it type of activity, which is fine. And if it is, then why don't you write down 2 goals? One that you can just do, and then one that's a little bit bigger. I want one of them to be fairly big, kind of hard, and then we'll start there. I just want you to have a win. I want you to see what I'm talking about. If you know you need to find a better job, then start with that. If you know you absolutely must get control of a health situation, then definitely start with that. Without your health, you have nothing. This includes mental health struggles you might be dealing with. Your health is your base, your foundation. No one can care for you as much as you do, so take care of you. Someday it will be too late if you don't put some focus there. Earlier in this episode, I mentioned a cheat sheet to make this even easier for you. I thought about it and I realized that a lot of people who've never written a goal sometimes don't even know how to get started. And this is not about writing smart or smarter goals. You've heard that a million times from me and other people. You know that is what you should be doing. But what I'm talking about are the kinds of goals you actually have. The actual goal you're working on to improve your career, your health, your relationships, or your home. One of the questions I always get is, I really want to spend better time with my kids, get my home life in control, get my career on the right track, but I don't know what kind of goal to write down to do that. Do you have any ideas? Do I? The answer is yes. In order to inspire you or to get you started on the right foot, I made a cheat sheet of 60 different well-written SMART goals based on the 12 different categories in the Genuine Driven Women Wheel of Life. You can modify these goals to adapt to the goals that you actually have for yourself, or you can literally copy one of these goals into your planner and just decide, yep, that's the goal I need to do. Whatever it is, just start focusing on your highest priority goal today. It could not be easier. You will get so many ideas, things you might have never considered, areas of your life that you can begin improving on right away. Every single one of these goals is directly designed to move your whole complex life toward becoming a well-oiled machine, toward becoming a woman who is ready to have the whole world handed to her. No more excuses, no more wandering aimlessly through your life. You can spend less energy and have a much better life. All you have to do is focus your actions on the things that are going to have the most value and decide that you are going to keep taking those consistent actions. You will be amazed at how fast life will improve when you get out of your own way and take charge of your life. If you'd like to download the cheat sheet of 60 well-written SMART goals, follow the link in the show notes. You can connect with us on Facebook at Genuine Driven Women, or to learn more about what we offer, check out genuinedrivenwomen.com.